Hey, it's Pratty Matty. I took a look at the latest Sea of Thieves Adventure, Return of the Damned. Make sure you like and subscribe for more. The last adventure saw us rekindling our foe ship with old Stitcher Jim, who'd become all hot and bothered trying to resurrect Flameheart. After defeating him as a Herald of the Flame, we now find ourselves in a spooky situation. Pendragon has decided to sacrifice himself to stop Flameheart coming back, and that all ties in with Flameheart's forts scattered about the seas. There's a few deeds to complete for this adventure with only 4 journals to collect. And don't forget those sweet rewards too, in the form of some lovely sails and a title. The adventure once again starts with Lyrinia, who gives you a choice of helping Belle or the Servant of the Flame. Sorry to those die-hard immersion fans, to complete the adventure you need to work with both Belle and the Servant. Choosing Belle's path first will take you to Shipwreck Bay. Find it here at M10. Once you get there, you'll find Pendragon with his sword stuck in a painting, and Belle will give you her usual tasks. This time though, you'll also get given a flag that you can use to hoist over the sea forts.
For we can no longer prevent the return of Flameheart. Instead, our plan must now be to draw his spirit here, far from his waiting body, where it can be sealed away for good. The 6 sea forts are the key to Flameheart's defeat.
The task here is simple. Defeat the occupying forces at the sea fort and raise the flag above it to claim it. Each time you do so, the Sandcastle Competition taking place on the table next to Belle will change, showing either a lantern or the flame on the flag above it. You can find the different forts in all sorts of locations across the Sea of Thieves. Old Brinestone Fortress is here at K21. Ancient Gold Fortress is here at F19. Imperial Crown Fortress is here at B11. Royal Crest Fortress is here at J6. And Traitor's Fate Fortress is here at S6. Lastly, Mercy's End Fortress is here at P14. The best to choose from Shipwreck Bay is Mercy's End, where you'll also find a journal. Once you arrive, the only difference will be having to defeat a Soulflame Captain. They're the big bad boss of the fort, and when you defeat them, they'll leave their soul hanging around in mid-air ready for collection. Then you'll have to continue to fully capture the fort, defeating the captain and grabbing his key. Then you're free to climb to the top, equip the flag given to you by Belle, and raise it proudly. Once this is done, the fort will send a beacon of light into the air, greeny blue for Belle and red for the flame. Before you leave, find the Servant of the Flame's journal, Tactics, here in the canteen near the Kraken Skull. Then you'll need to find one of these lovely dolls, left behind as comforters for the troops of the garrison. This is what you need to use to capture the soul of the captain. The enchanting doll isn't exactly what you want to give to children though. New from Rare and Sea of Thieves, the spooky enchanted doll. Amazing catchphrases like and
"Ha! You fool!"
And who could forget
Died in here.
the perfect gift of night terrors to give your little terrors. Soul of Enchanted Soulflame Captain is very temperamental. Rare is not responsible for phantom or skelly attack after purchase, not suitable for children. Anyway, once you've got your kids' Christmas presents sorted, hop back onto Shipwreck Bay and hand in the lovely doll. Belle will thank you for your efforts and remind you that you need to do even more while she just stands there. Make sure you climb onto the shipwreck of the Black Witch here and collect Belle's journal. A chance on the balcony, access through the captain's cabin. Now though, you're going to need to change sides and make some dark choices. Only if you want to resurrect Flameheart though. Or you just want to complete the adventure. When you arrive at the Reaper's hideout at I-12, you'll find the Servant of the Flame chilling outside his camp. He'll give you some further instructions which are essentially the same. Once again, you need to kill the captains and steal their soul.
First, know this. Our sea forts are more than mere storehouses. When their beacons are lit with flames of fate, they serve to open a doorway from the Sea of the Damned.
Before you scurry off for more dastardly deeds, make sure you grab the journal Destiny on the Reaper's hideout at the bottom of the tower on the south side. Although not the closest, I'd recommend heading up to Royal Crest Fortress and finding the next journal. When working for your second faction, don't worry if the Soulflame Captain doesn't spawn, You only need to defeat him once. It also seems that you can hand in the enchanted doll or a bewitched doll to Belle or the servant for their Beanie Baby collection. Rinse and repeat for this fortress again and then hoist the Reaper's flag proudly into the air above the fort. Then you can go and find the journal Points of Power nestled here in the charming bedchambers. Returning to the servant, he'll say similar things about needing to do more before you can finally finish the adventure off.
You have done well, but the fight is far from over. Continue to bring me dark relics, wrenched from the grip of our enemies if you desire, and tear down any flags they use to desecrate our sea forts.
Now though, it's your choice. You can either reap the rewards or continue defeating sea forts to claim victory. A few things I noticed while playing was if you arrive at a sea fort with an opposing faction's colour, you simply defeat the fort as normal, then you'll need to lower the other team's flag before hoisting yours. On each of the tables next to Belle at the servant, their Sandcastle collection will tell you who is winning, along sometimes with the notification you receive when handing in a doll. So best of luck to you, intrepid adventurer. Whoever you choose to win, make sure you choose wisely. This was a really fun adventure that helped tick off a few more commendations for completing sea forts. I rather enjoy visiting them again and exploring, defeating, rinsing and repeating. This is great fun with a large crew and finding others on the seas and stopping them, although Reapers being Reapers always attack and slice without asking questions first. The next adventure is called The Rogue's Legacy. All the information we have so far is a picture of Briggsy's sword and mask in the sand, so stay tuned to find out more. I've been Pratty Matty, thanks for stopping by.